Hey guys, I'm out here in my front yard and I'm here to show you some invasive plant species that are local around this area of Williamsport. And I'll just get started here. The first here is called English ivy, and it was first introduced by European settlers just basically for ornamental purposes. It's an evergreen climbing vine, and it can attach to surfaces, especially like walls and stuff like that, using aerial rootlets, which I can't seem to find any on these, but it definitely prevalent, and this one's kind of a ground dweller. But they can produce black and purple fruits, which they use for spreading. Birds eat them and then take them somewhere else, but they're also very fast growers, so they don't need a whole lot to keep on growing. They compete for sunlight and with other plants, so that can be harmful to the native plants because they they take up their space, and they aren't very helpful with that. But the only way to really get rid of them is by hand picking them or mulching. And the second plant here are these big white trees here that you'll see. They're cholera or Bradford pear trees. They're very common around here, and they were first brought here into Maryland around 1918, and they quickly became the second most popular tree in America. You'll see them here. They're everywhere. You'll drive down the highway and you'll see them, but they also compete for space with older, more native trees, and really the only way to get rid of them is to cut down or girdle them, which girdling is like cutting into the base of the tree to prevent it from growing. And then the last plant I have here is the Japanese barberry, and this was introduced in the US around 1875. It's got dense, spiny shrubs and oval leaves, which you can see here. It's got these bright red berries, which birds like to eat and displace. But yeah, once they are established, they can displace native plants, and they reduce the wildlife habitat of and forage of the area. They can also lead to a pH change in the soil, and they can act as a nursery for deer ticks, which is not good. But actually these plants are being banned in the US for sale this fall because of their recognized invasiveness. But yeah, that's just a couple plants around here that I thought were cool and very prevalent. So yeah, there you go.